Good afternoon. Myself, P. R. Selvam, Assistant Professor from AML Department of Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology. Now I am going to present a video about what is cloud-based services in cloud computing. So first we'll understand what is cloud-based services. So cloud computing means using the internet to store, manage and process data instead of using our own computer or local server. So data is stored on remote servers owned by companies called cloud providers. Examples of cloud providers include Amazon, Google and Microsoft. So these companies charge based on usage. Next we'll see what is cloud computing and cloud computing basics. So cloud computing involves accessing resources like storage, computing power and applications over the internet. It delivers different types of services to the consumer over the internet. Users can access services like computer resources, data storage, apps, servers, development tools and networking protocols from anywhere. It allows users to create, configure and customize applications through an internet connection. And next we'll see the types of cloud computing means you can also call it as cloud computing stack. So most cloud computing services fall into 5 broad categories. These are sometimes called the cloud computing stack because they are built on top of one another. The main types are software as a service, in short form we can say SaaS, platform as a service or PaaS, infrastructure as a service or IaaS, and then anything or everything as a service. Another one is function as a service. So first we'll see the first three. One is the most important one. So now we'll see software as a service. SaaS means using software over the internet instead of installing it on your computer. You don't need to download, update or maintain the software. The provider handles this. So it is accessed through a web browser. Example, Google Docs is a SaaS example where you use the software through a browser without installation. Other examples include Microsoft Office 365 and Dropbox. SaaS is usually offered on a pay-as-you-go basis. And these are some of the SaaS benefits, that is cost effective. You only pay for what you use. Next one is reduced time. Users can run apps directly from their web browser, reducing installation and configuration time. And next one is accessibility. You can access app data from anywhere with internet. And next one is automatic updates. The SaaS provider automatically performs updates. And next one is scalability. Allows users to access services and features on demand. And next one is SaaS drawbacks. First one is limited customization. Solutions may not be as customizable as on-premises software. Another one is dependence on internet connectivity. Requires a stable internet connection to function properly. Next one is security concerns. There is a risk of data breaches or security incidents, although providers are responsible for security. And next one is limited control over data. Providers may have access to user data, which can be a concern. Next one is platform as a service. PaaS gives developers the tools needed to build and launch apps online. Developers don't need to set up hardware and or software themselves. Everything runs on the provider's server and is accessed through a web browser. The provider manages server storage and operating systems. Developers focus on writing and managing the apps. Example, PaaS is like renting a ready-to-use venue for an event. You focus on the event, not building the venue. Examples include Google App Engine and AWS Elastic Beanstalk. Next one is PaaS benefits, simple and convenient. Provides infrastructure and IT services accessible anywhere through a web browser. And next one is cost effective. Charges on a per use basis, eliminating expenses for on-premises hardware and software. Next one is efficiently managing lifecycle. Supports the complete web application lifecycle. And next one is efficiency. Allows for higher level programming with reduced complexity, making application development more effective. Next one is infrastructure as a service. IaaS is a cloud service where companies rent IT resources like servers, storage and networks. It is like outsourcing computer hardware. The provider gives basic building blocks like virtual machine storage, internet access. Use this use this to run your apps and services. You pay based on usage, typically by the hour, week, or month. Examples: instead of buying your own server for a website, you rent one from a cloud provider. Examples include Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure. These are IaaS benefits. Cost effective, eliminates capital expenses and reduces ongoing cost. Payment is typically per user by hour, week, or month. Website hosting, so it can be less expensive than traditional web hosting. And next one is security. IaaS provider may offer better security than your existing software. And next one is maintenance. The provider handles managing the data center and introducing new software releases. Thank you.